Hi Butterfly, it's Eva Lane from anxiousrelief.com, and today I'm going to talk to you about what to do if you're having a panic attack. Now, if you're having a panic attack right now, right this very second, the very best thing for you to do is to download my free panic attack MP3. Now, what that is, it's a guided visualization which you can download, and it takes about a minute to listen to, and I actually talk you through and talk you out of the panic attack. So if you're panicking right now, just stop and download that and listen to it right away. If you're not having a panic attack right now, maybe you're worried that you're going to have another one soon, or perhaps you've had one just recently and you're just getting over it and you're just trying to figure out what you could possibly do if you start to panic again. It's great that you're here listening to what I have to say. So, panic attacks, as you may or may not be aware, are due to your body's overblown reaction to fear stimulus. You might know what your triggers are, and that's like a conscious trigger, or you might not know what your triggers are. That's a subconscious trigger. And many panic attacks come on without any warning and are triggered subconsciously, and that's what makes them particularly terrifying. So a couple of things about panic attacks: they won't kill you. No one has ever died from a panic attack. People often worry that they'll pass out. If you do pass out, your breathing will just return back to normal and you'll regain consciousness. That's what happens. You might feel like you're going to die. You're not going to die, I promise you. You will get through this panic attack just like you've got through every other panic attack that you've ever had, and you will come back and you will be restored and return to normal afterwards. You might feel tired and teary and embarrassed and overwrought and emotional after you've had a panic attack, but you will have survived it. The key to beating panic attacks is knowledge, knowing what causes them and knowing what you can do about them, which is the reason why I'm doing this blog for you today. So, when you have a panic attack, you know that you're having one because you feel terrified. You might be having trouble breathing. You might be having trouble catching your breath. Your heart might be beating out of your chest. You might be getting pain in your chest. You might be feeling dizzy. You might be just feeling absolutely overwhelmed and out of control. That's usually what people who are panicking are going through. Realizing that it's a panic attack really is the first step to bringing yourself out of it and regaining your power from the panic. So most often people say to me when they know that they're having a panic attack, their first thought is, I'm dying. And then there's this little voice that comes up in the back of their head, or maybe someone says it to them, are you having a panic attack? And if you've had a panic attack before, you normally can kind of reference against how you felt previously in the past. And although that doesn't make you feel any better, what that can do is give you the knowledge that you are having a panic attack. If you've never had a panic attack before, you might need someone else to tell you. So a lot of people end up at the emergency room with their first ever panic attack. This is not something to be embarrassed about. You've done the right thing. If you're getting uncomfortable sensations in your body and you've never had a panic attack before and you don't know what you're going through, the right thing to do is to seek medical attention for it. You've done the right thing. So realizing and understanding and getting that knowledge that it is a panic attack is super, super helpful. Not because it makes you feel better in the moment, but because it gives you knowledge in the longer term, and knowledge is power. Number two, this step seems like a massive ask, but I only recommend it because I absolutely know, as an energy healer, as a Reiki therapist, and as someone who has experienced panic attacks in the past, this step is absolutely crucial. I'm going to ask you to relax in the face of panic. It's going to go against every single bodily reaction that you're going to have. This takes conscious effort. So you're in this massive overblown fear response. Your shoulders are up, you're not breathing right, your heart's beating out of your chest, and I'm going to ask you to consciously relax your shoulders. Consciously relax into the feeling of your heart beating out of control. Accept it. Allow it. Yes, my heart is beating out of control, out of my chest in this moment. Yes, I'm having trouble breathing. Relax and accept into that. This is a panic attack. I know what it is. I feel like I'm out of control, but just accepting and relaxing and kind of leaning into those feelings a bit instead of trying to resist them and run away from them, because resistance is what fuels anxiety. Absolutely 100%. So what you need to do is remove that resistance, and you remove that resistance by relaxing and kind of leaning into the panic. I know it's a massive ask. I know it's huge, but trust me, it works. Then, while you're in that phase of surrender, you allow the panic to wash over you. And I get it. I know it's scary. I know it's super scary, but you just stay with me. You just let it wash over you. Let it do its worst. Let it completely take over. Surrender to it. Allow that to happen. Just go into it. The panic attack will come up to a climax and then it will ebb away. That's how it works. That they come in waves. So the wave will crash over you and then the wave will die down. So by just relaxing and leaning into it and letting that panic wash over you, you're removing the resistance. And the resistance is what fuels the anxiety. So relax and lean in. I do know it's hard. And the third step is, again, this is linked to knowledge is power, but removing the fear is the key. It's absolutely crucial if you want to beat anxiety attacks and panic attacks in your life. If you want to learn how to deal with panic attacks and learn a really good method for how to prevent them from returning, and learn a method that over time will reduce the duration and severity of panic attacks, and then over time will actually reduce the amount of panic attacks that you've had, follow the process that I've outlined just now. It's the process that I've used myself personally to get rid of panic attacks in my life. And they no longer rule me. They no longer have any power over me whatsoever. So download my panic attack guided meditation for the next time you have a panic attack. And then when that panic comes on, listen to that guided meditation and follow the steps, and I will walk you out of the panic attack. It absolutely works. It's on my website, anxiousrelief.com, and it's completely free. So go over there now, see what else I've got over there for you, and like always, love and light.